Hey everyone, so today my clients come in and we've got a lovely new set to show you all today. So I have gone ahead and prepped my clients' nails in the same way that I always prep. I've applied my forms and now we're going in with acrylic application. So today I'm using my CJP Big Boy brush and I'm using CJP crystal glass just to build my clear platform because we're going to go ahead and apply glitter onto this nail. I'm then going to go ahead and take Rose Guild from the Glitter Fairy, and this is from my glitter stack. I'm not sure if the stack's available anymore, but I'm pretty sure Rose Guild is still available to purchase from there. I'll leave a link to her website in the description box. I'm placing a tiny layer of that. I'm then going in with another glitter mix from the Glitter Fairy, and this is again from my Christmas stack, and I really can't remember the name. And I'll probably get shot for that, but I will leave the link and the name in the description box for that also. And I'm then going to cap this nail in crystal glass. The reason I'm not allowing the glitter to set first is because I want to pinch these nails, so I really ideally need it all setting at the same kind of time. You can do your base layer and then pinch and then file and then go in with your design, but sometimes on a client, especially this time of year, you just want to get the nails done as quickly as possible without compromising kind of, you know, on the quality of your work. But I just don't have time to then apply that clear layer, file it, shape it, then design, then file and shape again. So everyone's different and you do whatever way works for you and your client. But that's the reason I'm going to cap that straight away, because when that starts to all set together, I'm going to pinch the whole nail. So I just needed a little bit more product there to build up that apex. Because these are a nice long length, we do need a nice high apex. So I'm going in on the ring finger, I'm going to build a extended nail bed. So I'm using CJP Birthday Suit to do this. So I just place that bead and blend it backwards onto the nail plate and create my nice wall. I do have a dedicated video on how I create smile lines further down my channel somewhere. Or I can leave a link in the description box so you can go ahead and check that video out if you haven't already seen it. But basically I'm making sure that wall is nice and high, making sure I am putting my apex in there as well, because there is no need to cap this nail bed. So once I'm happy with where that is, I'm then going to go and place my cuticle bead. This will be your apex as well, so just make sure you're blending that nice and flush into that cuticle area and then pulling that product down, keeping your apex nice and high and blending the rest of that acrylic into the previous product so it has a nice seamless finish. And then I'm going to go back and make sure I'm pinching that previous nail. So I'm going on to the middle finger, and this is going to be a full colour nail. The colour that I'm using is the gorgeous Mulberry from CJP. Just had a little bit of glitter on there. There's always one. And because this is such a dark colour, I'm just placing it a little bit further back from the cuticle area and then pushing it up towards the cuticle area. And this is also a strength powder, and so there is no reason for me to cap this. So I'm going to build this entire nail with this colour. The reason I haven't put any clear base down first is because this client likes to soak off her own nails and have a nice fresh set every time. It's just something that she likes to do, and you know, who are we, you know, to judge? That's just her way and how she likes to have them done. So I'm going in with Mulberry, making sure I'm building my structure, and I'm applying another bead there because my apex wasn't quite high enough and I didn't have the quite correct thickness on the nail as I'd like, because we're not going to cap this in clear. And then off film, I've just filed and refined that smile line, making sure that I was pushing the file up against the acrylic and not down onto my form, and making sure I removed any dust at all that was left on there. And then I'm going in with mulberry and pushing that up to the wings, trying to keep my smile line clean. Although it doesn't matter that I'm going to go over it, I want to keep it nice and clean because I'm going to apply some glitter, so I am going to have to cap this tip. So that is the reason that I'm really trying to keep that smile line area and that nail bed clean as possible. And then I did pull that product, apply a little bit too much, and I had it a little bit too long, so I've just pulled it down, and then I'm going to take a craft knife and I'm literally just going to snip off the tip of that product because we didn't need that much and the nail was too long. So rather than have to file it all, I just quickly nipped it off with a craft knife. I'm then going to go in with CJP Cherry Fizz and place that around that smile line, and then blend into mulberry, again keeping it quite clean as you can see. Then I got glitter all over my nail bed, which was a pain in the ass, but I'm just cleaning that up with my wet brush, and then just taking some of that glitter off because I didn't want to colour all of that. I didn't want to cover all of that colour even. And then I'm going to take CJP Crystal Glass and just cap literally that free edge and that glitter. Just taking any excess product off there and just making sure I'm stroking that nail to make it all nice and flush and even, and then going and pinching the middle nail. So off film I've built a clear structure on the index finger. I've already pinched my French nail, and now I'm going in with CJP Cherry Fizz. So I'm just using a really thin layer. This is a pre-mixed acrylic, but you want to use it like so thin. You don't want to add lots of this and then end up with really fat nails. So just make sure you can see me like that one bead and then brushing it down the whole entire nail. And then going to go in with the two glitters that we also used on the pinky finger, and just blot them around the nail to add some more definition. I do want to say here as well that these nails are inspired by Emily Yafai. I'll leave her link to her Instagram in the description box. Her work is amazing, so go and check it out. So yeah, I'm just blotting some more of that gold around that nail, and then we're going to apply a snowflake. So just off film you can slightly see that I am rolling it around the tip of my brush, and then I'm just rolling it slightly to make it a bit more fitting to the nail. I hear that people are having some trouble laying them flat, and it really is just about placing them in an area where you know you're going to have some thickness there, so that when you cap it you're not going to file it away. So I just placed a little bit of acrylic there to keep it in place when I'm capping, because again I'm going to pinch these nails, and then I'm just going to fully cap that whole nail. So on the thumb I just did some mulberry and then some gold glitter going in like an S shape and capped. And now I'm going to show you some filing. So I'm starting off this time, I'm actually trialing a new routine myself. So I'm going to go ahead and file the sidewalls and free edge on all of the nails. So keeping my file nice and straight along those sidewall areas to keep them nice and straight. And then I'm going to come in with my blue carbide flat head safety bit that I got from eBay. I'm going around that cuticle area to make it nice and flush, and just removing any bulk if I need to, and just going around that whole shape. I'm going to do this on all 5 fingers. So making sure I'm paying close attention to that cuticle area and that sidewall area to make sure that it's flush and there's no ridges, and it's nice and, you know, like into the natural nail, so it can grow out nicely with minimal chance of lifting. And as well, just refining some of that shape too. And what's great about this bit, it's flat, so you can get right in that cuticle area and sidewall area, but it's also a safety bit, so you haven't got to worry about cutting your client if you should slip. And then when I was done with the e-file bit, I'm going to come back in with my hand file and just refine that shape so it's all looking great. So I'm just taking off the book from the sides, going back around that cuticle area and then down the other side and the body. And then when the nail's looking good from my view, so you will see in a minute that I actually tilt her hand to the side so you can see a side angle as well as the length of the parallel of the nail. And I'm just showing you there how I'm making that nice and parallel and straight out from the natural nail. And then I'm also going to turn her hand around and flat file the top and make sure that it's all looking beautiful from every angle. So when I'm done with that, I went ahead and buffed around the cuticle area and the side walls, and now cleaned away all the dust. And now I'm going in with CJP tack-free top glass and top coating all of the nails, which I will then cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. And you can just see the beautifulness of this set come through. It's Christmassy, but it's stunning, it's lovely, it's beautiful. My client really loved them and so did I. Yeah, and then I'll apply cuticle oil to replenish the cuticles, and that's the finished video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do. I love you all, and I'll see you all again in my next one. Bye!